Hey guys and girls, my name's Alan and welcome to today's news drop episode. As you can see from the title of the video, today is going to be about the August update for Uncharted 4 multiplayer. So as per usual, I did watch the stream, made notes, and today I'm going to talk about them. You may have already seen it depending on how often you play Uncharted 4 multiplayer, but they've already updated the game with an update, and it comes with a new map and various balance changes, and those changes are on the splash screen. So if you've already read those and already played the map, then I guess you kind of know everything, but there are some things that they mentioned in the stream that they haven't mentioned in the splash screen, so I'm going to cover those. Obviously that's what I do. So I'm just going to go through those first, and then I'll run through the list on the splash screen, and then if there's any topics I need to expand on, then I will of course talk about those, but let's get started. So one of the things I mentioned was new ways to earn relics, and I've noticed immediately that they've changed how much you earn from playing a match. So you get a match completion bonus, which I think is 10 relics, and then you get 20 for winning and 10 for losing, whereas previously it was 10 for winning and 0 for losing. So okay, it's not a lot, but it's better than nothing, right? And I don't know if it's this update or the next update. There is a bigger update coming in September, and that's like the July update, so it'll come with a lot more stuff, new customization stuff, and I'll talk about that towards the end of the video because there's a little section I want to cover separately. But they're planning to update shotguns a little bit. I know the Spazzotti is a piece of crap, so I don't really use it, and I think a lot of people aren't using shotguns in general, which is probably why they're planning to buff them slightly, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. There's been a big change to the way that you operate in water now. So previously you could hold your breath for pretty lengthy amount of time, and you could probably swim from one side of the map almost to the other side of the map without having to surface once. But now they've reduced it dramatically. It's about, from what I've guessed, about 5-6 seconds, and then you start to get the grey screen, and then obviously if you don't surface after about 10, you die. And also the way that you're attacked in water is a lot easier now. So the bullets travel a lot better through water. Previously they had a lot of damage reduction, a lot of power reduction, but now it's obviously they've increased that slightly. Yes, so it's no longer easy to jump into the water and escape. Well, you can still do that, but you're just a bit more vulnerable because obviously you have to surface for air, and also the bullets will do more damage if you get hit, so there is that. Another update they've done is they've added an option so you can boot straight to multiplayer from the menus, so a bit like Call of Duty did a couple of years ago. Well, I imagine a few games do that, but so no longer do you have to go to the main screen of picking between campaign and multiplayer. You can go straight to multiplayer. Can't actually find the option, don't know where it is at the moment. Don't know if it's been implemented or maybe I'm just blind and haven't seen it, but it is there. Alright, so there's some changes coming to ranked TDM. Players will now get graded individually, going from S, A, B, C, S being the best and then C being the worst, and you get graded depending on your individual performance, but they did emphasize that it was still regarding the team. So if your team did crap, then obviously it doesn't matter how well you did, you'll only get a certain amount of score. But if you did well and the team did well, then you're going to get a bigger chunk of whatever scoring system they use. Now with parties, similar sort of principle, except you'll get, because when you party up, they assume that you party up with people of similar skill, so they'll grade you according to your average of the team's ability, if you will. So I guess I don't know how that works then, because if you partner with people who are not as good as you, does that mean that if you do really well you get a bigger chunk of the score, or conversely if you partner with people who do really well generally but then you guys do terrible, then do you get a smaller amount of the score because you're not quite on the same skill level? I don't know how that works. The point loss for not playing a master rank is now going to happen over 7 days rather than the original 3 days. So one of the things I mentioned was that people go on holiday and they understand that. So you don't start losing points after 3 days anymore, you start losing points after 7 days. So I guess you could just log in once every weekend or something, put in some matches, and that'll keep your master rank if you're into that sort of thing. They've introduced a new reward for playing the ranked TDM. It's now face bandana. So you can wear that with your baseball cap or trucker's cap if that's your thing. Another thing they mentioned is that there's actually a sale on in the store at the moment, so you can buy like the DLC chest for 2,000 relics instead of 3,000. So that's great because I've already bought all my stuff that I want, and now they put the sale on. So bad timing, but it is what it is. I'm not fussed about the cosmetics, so I probably won't be buying them anyway. So it's whatever. But still, would have been nice to get the discount. As I said at the start, this update comes with a new map, and the new map is called New Devon. And New Devon, if you play the campaign, is based off one of the sections in the campaign, and it's sort of an offshoot to Sunken Ruins. It's sort of in the same vein, to be honest. They did say that it's the biggest map so far. Lots of rope swings, and well, I could talk to you about it, but I've already done a map walkthrough, and that's going to be going up in the next day or so. So if you want to see a detailed look around at the map, then check out the video. It's going to be linked in the description when it goes live, and possibly on the screen as well. The way that I see it, it's sort of a mix of auction house and pirate colony and sunken ruins. There's a lot of, as I said, it's quite a big map. There's a lot of lanes to choose from. There's a lot of internal buildings and upper floors and lower floors, and there's a bit of water as well. So yeah, auction house, pirate colony, and sunken ruins. That's how I'd compare it. Okay, so moving on to the final thing of the stream, and they talked about the DLC that's coming in September. So this is just an update with another map thrown in, but in September there's going to be a big update, just like the July one. So there's going to be a new game mode. There's going to be another new map. I think they mentioned there's going to be a new mystical as well, and there's going to be well, actually I don't know if that's a good point. I don't know if it's going to be a new map and then another fan favorite remake, or it's going to be the new map is the fan favorite remake. Little teaser coming up at the end, I will show you, but it's Village. There you go, I've said it. It's going to be Village from Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3. It's a fun map, I do like it, but I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I probably would have picked one of the other maps. That's just me personally. So the big balance changes coming with that patch. And as I said, new game mode, which I think from what they hinted at is going to be an objective based game mode, but I don't know if it's going to be a brand new one or one that they've brought back from a previous game. It could be chain reaction, I suppose, or it could be elimination. I don't know if I'd call that objective based game modes, but I guess it's not exactly a TDM, so who knows. Oh, they're also going to be introducing cinema mode then, and obviously with every patch every update they always add more customization stuff. So if that's what you're into, then I guess you look forward to buying some new stuff in September. Yeah, so as well as more customization stuff, new map and stuff like that, they're also going to be adding new weapons. Does that also mean new boosters? I'm not too sure. They did say that they're going to be doing some big balance changes in that September update, so I can see a couple of weapons getting nerfed. The P90 springs to mind. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some other stuff as well, but the P90 definitely I think is going to get nerfed. So if you want to unlock the higher iterations of that, I'd probably suggest working on those now before it does get nerfed. And as I said before, that they're going to alter the shotgun slightly, probably make them a bit more powerful, because they are a bit of a joke at the moment. I think I got like a 4 hit markers the other day in a row, and I was like a couple of meters away from the dude, so that was really bad. But I don't really use shotguns anyway, because it doesn't work very well in this game, but obviously they'll change that. They were questioned about co-op, and they said that nothing's going to be announced just yet. And from the way that they were wording things, the roadmap that they provided at the start of the year, that looks as though it's slightly out of sync of what we're thinking. So when they say summer on the roadmap, you'd think sort of midsummer, maybe even start of summer, but they're only releasing that summer update now, coming towards the end of summer. So really, they say summer, but it's the end of summer. So in that case, autumn potentially means the end of autumn, which in my eyes might as well be the start of bloody winter, which is what I called in one of my other videos. So it's not delayed per se, but it seems as though they're not working on the same schedule as what we think they are working on. So it's going to be at least another few months until Uncharted co-op comes out. Obviously, I'm not happy about it, but there's not a lot we can do at the moment. Just have to wait and see how long it takes. But this September summer update should be coming out pretty soon. They sort of hinted that it could be, a lot sooner than we think. Well, to me that's next week, but to them it could be, I don't know, 2 weeks from now, and that's probably sooner than what they thought. But obviously as more information comes down the pipeline, I'll update you, and especially when co-op comes out, I'll definitely be making a big song and dance about it. Okay, so before I go, I'm just going to round off quickly on the splash screen, see if I missed anything. So I've already talked about the sale, talked about the bonuses completion. Oh yes, so they've made it so that you can no longer join late games where a certain score has been surpassed or a certain time limit has been surpassed. So they say 50% roughly here, but I have mixed feelings about that, because the other day I was in a game where the team were losing pretty badly, 2-0 in plunder, and the other 3 players left, so it's 4v1, and I didn't get anyone to come and help me out, and I'd had to basically just hold off on my own, because there's no way I was going to win on my own. So I'm not too sure about this update, but it's good that you can no longer join late matches that are pretty much game over, but it does suck for the people that are still in those games. And also the idle timer has been reduced to 30 seconds, so basically if you join a match and you don't do anything for 30 seconds, you'll get booted out. And again, I have mixed feelings about this, because on the one hand it is good for players that are genuinely AFC, but on the other hand, because of the way the matchmaking works, sometimes you join a game and your character's in the game, but you're not actually in there to play it, and that still counts towards the 30 seconds. I found that out the other day. I literally joined the game, a couple of seconds later I got booted for no activity, and it only just appeared on my screen. So yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Talked about the multiplayer thing already. Oh, you can actually now update your classes by using left and right on the directional pad, so no longer have to press X to go in and then up and down the list. You can now just click on the boost and then go left and right to pick the level you want, which is good. Leaderboard's been updated slightly, not too fussed about that. They've now officially announced the thing that you can do to report players on the website, but you can do that anyway, but via Twitter and stuff like that, so it's not a big deal. Talked about the S rank and stuff in ranked TDM. Something about ranking up fast. I don't play it, so I don't know particularly what's going on here, but apparently it's easier to now rank up if you're low level, but slightly harder if you're high level, which is to be expected. So it gives everyone a chance to reach a certain level, like gold for example, or whatever it is, and then work your way up to masters, which is a bit harder. And then obviously, so apparently C4 now does knockdown on all levels. It previously didn't do that. I didn't know that. I don't use it. It's not great, so whatever. Grenade knockdown radius has been decreased. Grenades are very inconsistent in this game. Sometimes I'll be right next to one and it won't kill me. At other times I'll not be close to a grenade, well at least I don't think I'm close to it, and it will kill me, so I don't really understand what's going on there. But now they've reduced the knockdown radius, so I guess, I don't know, hopefully a bit more or less annoyance from that. So I talked about the water already, and the increased bullet travel time in the water and more damage, that sort of thing. Some minor option changes to the way the camera works. Friends list has been improved, good, because that keeps being buggy for me. Something about an exploit which I didn't use before, so yeah, well, it's fixed, that's the main thing. So apparently you could call in another sidekick having already had a sidekick. I didn't even know you could do that. Well, if you switch classes anyway, it's an exploit, but it's been fixed, so that's fine. Some idle issues in Plunder been resolved, good. They were starting to bug me. Combat marking and mark and damage shouldn't work if you're using stealth. I think they fixed that now, which is good, because again, that was something that was bugging me. You couldn't melee a brute if you join late. I always shoot them anyway, so it's fine. Gifting boosts are not allowing for certain players. I didn't know that. Again, I don't use it, but that must be quite funny trying to give a gift to someone. Nah, rejected. And that's about it. Yeah, some minor fixes for stuff that I didn't know about or didn't use, but as I said, it's there for a reason. But that'll do it for this update video. As I said, September's update / patch / DLC drop is coming soon. As you can see, it's called Bounty Hunters, and as I said at the start of the video, the new, well, one of the new maps, I don't know if it's going to be 2 or not, but there is a new map coming, and it's a fan favorite remade for Uncharted 4, and it's Village. They said a small teaser, but there's no one who plays the game who won't be able to guess from just the first image alone, and they've put like a series of 3 or 4 images in that it's Village. But yeah, so that'll do it for this update video. If you enjoyed the content, consider tapping that like button. I really do appreciate it. Any thoughts you want to share with me regarding the update, let me know in the comment section below. Are you excited for September's update, or are you not particularly bothered because there's no co-op still? As I said, that's the main thing that I'm after, but we just have to be patient. It is coming. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, take care, and I will see you later.